Hey guys, today we're back at the dairy farm. I got up bright and early at 6:30. I'm going to spend about a half hour on the PC making sure the numbers, the books are good to go. And then we'll head out of the farmhouse and we'll get to work out on the fields. Like always guys, there's a full mods list linked down below, and please hit the like button if you haven't already. It's much appreciated as it does help out the algorithms. But oh boy guys, today's going to be in the 90s. Luckily though, we're going to be in the tractors, we're going to be using the AC, but in preparation of getting our cattle, getting cows, and starting our dairy farm here, we need a lot of different materials, different supplies here to keep them fed. So today guys, the main focus is to mow 10 acres of land. It's going to be a lot of field mowing, and then we're gonna use the discs and we're gonna bale and make hay bales here. It's gonna be a lot of work here. But where is the farm truck? It's not here in the driveway. Oh, there it is way back here. It's been a long week here for us getting everything up and running, but I think maybe within the next few weeks we're gonna buy the cows, everything like that. But I would like to have some of our own supplies, that way it's a little bit less, and hey, we get to do lots of farm work here. But let's head into the shop and let's see what pieces of equipment we're gonna be running. Alright, let's get the garage door opened on up there. Now, I will say, guys, I really do like this John Deere 8410. It is pretty sweet here. But hey, I think for now, why don't we hop in the case here, and why don't we go use this to mow? I think this is a pretty neat thing. Should have enough power, and I always like to rotate through the tractors, but I really do appreciate the support here with this new farming series. My goal is to feature it almost once or twice a week, and I might even do some time-lapse sections on it over on the Square Farms channel. But pretty neat tractor. I'm going to crank on the AC because it is already like 85 degrees out. It's pretty humid, but hey, just working out on the farm is so cool here. But wow, I will say guys, we did a pretty good job at buying some farm equipment. It is a little bit older equipment, but it's in really good condition. So we're going to be taking out this, I believe this is a 12-foot wide batwing mower here. Hopefully we don't have any problems. I did not have any time to really go on through this, so we might have a breakdown, but hey, we should be able to fix it if that happens. Alright, we should be good to go there. We got the PTO attached, and we're ready to go here. Now, this field is actually right across the street, right on the other side. It is not exactly a flat hill here. Having the duals on this will definitely help us on out here. But let me know, guys, what do you think of the new farming series? I'm really excited for it. There's so many cool roleplay things. Sometimes we're just going to be doing field mowing. Other times, we might do some fun things as well. One thing, guys, this is actually a pretty busy farm road here. This actually leads on into town, and it is always super busy here. So let's see. Now, I haven't actually been on this field before, so this is gonna be our first time, but it's actually this one right over here with the gates. Hopefully we can open it on up here. Now, we do have some tools in here if we do need to. Oh, look at that, guys. The lock is completely rusted. Let's see if we get it open, and there we have it. We got the gate opened on up there, and we're causing traffic jam. With the duals on, this is a pretty tight fit here for us. Luckily, the batwing folds right on up, but wow, we only had inches to spare here. So like I mentioned, guys, this is right around 10 acres of grass that we need to be mowed. So we're going to mow this. This is going to turn into really good hay, and we should be able to bale it here today as well, which is going to be a pretty good thing. Now, a few things, guys. I don't want to get too close down there to the stream, and also to the fence, because we need to be able to collect the grass here. But a few things, let me know down below if it's possible. I am almost thinking we should double cut, maybe cut it once and then cut it a week after, then bale. That way we have more grass, more bales, and the same amount of work, if not a little bit less. Let me know if that is a good plan here. I do want to be realistic. That is always something I strive for here, but let me know down below here, guys. But our second or third day back here, we got the window open. I still have the AC cranked on, but wow, just look at this old Casey 8910. I will say, guys, just old farm tractors, old equipment still can get the job done. Sometimes they're even built better. Now today, guys, we're going to be making the hay bales, and I think we're probably going to leave them here at the field probably for a few days here, because I'm not exactly sure how we're going to get these bales loaded and brought them over to our farm. Even though it's across the street, we actually don't own a tractor with a front loader or any skid or any wheeled loader, so I'm not exactly sure. Let me know down below what we should look at here. We are on a tight budget, but hey, if we can, we might want to look at maybe a newer machine. If not, maybe we could borrow one from the neighbor. So I'm gonna have to figure that on out, and that is why we're just gonna really be doing the hay bales today. I've been working out here in the field for the last 3 hours, and we're actually coming up here on the last pass or two. And I will say, guys, I've been watching the temperatures here with just how hot it is, but having the AC is definitely coming in pretty handy here. But just look at that, guys. This batwing mower is a pretty decent one. We seem to have picked up to a really good quality equipment from the local auction here, but we're gonna actually have to run back to the farm, and I think we're gonna leave this all attached here because now that I'm looking at it, I should have some time within the next few days here to completely mow a whole nother field that's right next door to this and get some more bales, because we are gonna definitely need it for all the cattle that we have here. But coming up on this last little stretch, wow, that is so great to be done here. But I will say, guys, I really do like the farm work. It's just so cool, and I can't wait for everything that's happening here. But let me know, guys, what types of farm work and maybe even some brands would you guys like to see here on the farm. But let's get it turned off, let's get it folded up, and let's get on back here to our farm now. I really do like how close the fields are. That way we aren't going miles from the farm. It's just quick and easy back and forth, which I think is really gonna help us on out here as well. And this definitely needs probably a oil change, a wash, things like that, the usual maintenance, since we've been so busy. I really only spent the time on the 8410. Alright, guys, I'm thinking I'm going to use the 8410 with a baler, so let's hop here in the old Case 9330. I will say, guys, this is a pretty sweet tractor. This is like a 1994 model, but hey, it's still running, it's still getting the job done, and we can still put it to work here. Now, we are going to be doing some windrowing here, which is a pretty neat thing. Now, this thing, I had to put a lot of work into it the last several days here, making sure that all of it is ready to go, since there's a lot of moving parts to it. Let's see a little bit further, and we're good to go. Wow, that was a little bit simpler. I'm just watching the doors there, making sure we don't have any problems there. But I will say, guys, this is a pretty sweet. I actually really do like these types of tractors. They're really good for turning radius and other things like that. But no cop, no stop, no cops are usually around here, and also there's not much traffic here just because it's after lunchtime. But guys, I'm just now thinking about it. I'm not sure if this big tractor is going to fit. Oh boy, guys, wow, only a few feet to spare between the two sides here. But let's get this unfolded. Now this is, I believe, like 16-17 feet wide, so this should actually go really quick here for us. But you guys can see this is a pretty unique one. It is a little bit on the cheaper side, which is, hey, it's good for us, and this should work no problem here. But look at that, really making it so much easier. It's gonna be a lot quicker, and this is definitely the way to do it here. If you have the right equipment, decent equipment, you can still get the job done here. Trying to go a little bit closer up there, but we're gonna be mowing this probably 4 or 5 times a month to get the hay here for us. But you guys can see we have a field there and another one there that I think I'm gonna do off camera. Maybe you guys might see that with a time-lapse video. I think that would be a pretty neat thing. 45 minutes later, guys, we're coming up here on the last pass. I will have to say, guys, using this rake is a lot faster with how wide it is compared to the field mowing there. But let's get on back there to the farm, get the tractor with the baler, and I think we should probably get maybe a dozen, maybe a dozen and a half worth of bales here, which is good for us because each bale, if we go buy it at the co-op to get started off, is going to be quite a bit of money. And I think putting a little bit of our own work in and then buying the other parts is probably the way to get it done. At the end of today, guys, I'm going to have a lot of cleaning to do here, especially on that batwing mower and the tractors, but for now, let's hop on. And having all these tractors is really helpful, especially when I'm going to be continuing to do work like this here off camera to get us some more hay bales here. But the 8410, guys, is a top. I think it's probably one of my favorite tractors here in Farm Sim. I will say this one is also on console, which is pretty neat. We're a pretty wide tractor coming in. No problem there. Let's get on attached. Now the Vermeer is a pretty big baler, but this tractor should have the horsepower needed to run it. Now guys, I'm actually going to look into making this a much wider opening here. It is a bit tight here, especially bringing in so many different machines and tractors, but let's get this running. Our first time baling here, guys. It is pretty neat. Now, one of the reasons why I chose a dairy farm was just because of all the unique jobs you have to do, not just the crop to sell it at a local sell point, but also everything that goes into it, making the silage, making all the different parts that the animals need to eat. I thought would be a pretty great series here, but I'm just trying to stay here on the center, and we should be good to go to make these bales. Unloading our first bale there, I will say, guys, it does make some pretty big bales here. We're definitely going to get quite a few, and I'm going to have to get working on it and see what we can get figured on out here. But I will say, guys, this tractor has done a pretty decent job, and this is a pretty nice baler as well. Like I mentioned, we did get some really good equipment at auction for a pretty fair, if not a discount from what we would have got private sale or even from a local dealership buying used. There we have it, guys. We just unloaded another hay bale here, so I'm going to keep at this, get this field done, and then we're going to have to figure out how to get these bales over to the farm. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and subscribe for more.